Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on the time and the place you're watching this video from. So today we are going to continue from our previous video, which is which we successfully exported a file from Revit down to SketchUp. Now we have to model the file on SketchUp.
Okay, let's go.
So this was the file. So this was the file we exported, and remember, this is the final result. So how did we get here? It can be achieved. So let's go. So the first thing first, let's explode this. So these are everything. So the first thing first, I would like to work on this window. I'm not satisfied with this, so I'll delete this. Just delete everything you see here. Even the doors should be deleted. We don't want that. We can delete this. Delete this. Let's leave one of that. Okay. Let's delete all the windows right here and right here. So what else? Okay, first let's assume this project will be on a full plot of land, 100 by 100. So we can just click on the rectangle, click somewhere, move the mouse, but don't click. Now since we are working with millimeters, so it has to be 30,000 by 30,000. Comma 30,000. So this y converted to feet, it's 100 by 100. For now, let's just place it. Later on we can take our dimension from the back to the wall, the left to the wall, the right to the wall, and all that. Double click on the glass and just delete it. We don't need it. So right here, we can decide to create our own glass. When you move your mouse to the center, you'll see it's automatically snap to the center. Midpoint in component, you click on it. So I can double click this and mark as group. When you double click on this, ensure you change the material to glass. For me, I'm going to work with transparent glass and click on it. If you notice, Now it's transparent, I can see through. So for the thickness of your glass, I can decide to what? Click on push/pull. Then what is the thickness? I can move the thickness to either 10 or 15, but for me I'm going to work with 15. Let's see, 15 millimeter. If that's too thick, you can change it to what? 10. Let's just say 10. So for the Windows frame, I can decide to click on this, double click until everything is highlighted, and change the material to metal. Metal, we have metal aluminum, different type, metal corrugated, shiny, and the rest, but let's just keep it simple. We'll work with aluminum and click on it. So you click outside, so we have our glass window. So I can just decide to what? Duplicate it. So to duplicate, you click on what? The move to click on the position you want to duplicate it from. Now pay attention. If I click on this and move it, it will completely move. But to copy, you can just click on what? The control. It will be what? Duplicated. You don't have to click and hold the control. Just click on it once and it will duplicate. Click here, click on it, and click on control. Duplicated. That is it. So we have our fine window right here. So we can equally do the same here. So I'm sure you already know how this was done. Let's go again. We duplicate the frame, click on aluminum and give it a glass. The glass itself, we can go to material and change it to what? Glass, and give it a glass. Let's model a new glass. From the center of it to the center, double click on it, give it a glass. You can right click and group the material, make the thickness 15. Now we have, so now that we have this, we can just decide to duplicate this to every other position that it has to be. Click on the move tool, click on it, and remember to always click on what? Control key. Okay, it's already there. So good. On this window I can just duplicate. Remember to click on the control, and what you have to do now is what? Rotate the window to 90 degrees and position it wherever you want. Now this very window is longer than the usual. You can decide to what? Scale it. Then from the middle, so we have this window right here. So the next thing is to what? Duplicate. So you click on move, click on it, and remember to always click on what? The control. The control again. Yes. Delete this. The control. Let's flip it. So we have our glass ready. So what's next? Oh, one still missing. Remember to click on the control. Rotate it 90 degree. Yes, we have that. So we have this ready now. So the next thing we are going to work on is our roof. I can double click on this and change the material to what? Roofing. So which material do you prefer? We can use the last. Yes, that is it. Yeah, that is it. So the clouding, we can change the clouding to colors. Let's use white. The ceiling, the clouding rather, white. So there's it. Let's go back to our model and see what next do we need to do. So there's a strip light right here. To add a strip light is too easy. What we need to do first, please pay attention. I want this very wall to go to the top, so I can click on this wall and click on what? The pull, the push and pull to. Top. I don't need this. I can just extend this to the top. Okay, so now what we have to do is what? Let's create a strip. Take your pen tool, your line tool, I mean, any position you prefer. Draw a line of about, let's say, 25. Move to about 40. Now we have this line. We can decide to highlight this very line. Click on the move. Click somewhere. Remember to click on Control. Pick again. Click on Control. Then we can decide to highlight the tree and move it to somewhere around the center. So if you click on the first line, you can click on what? Push or pull. And drag it down. Repeat the same with this. And right here, let's give it a color. We can go for color E05 and just give here and here a color. Yeah, so we have the strip light over there. Now it's time to add the doors and the window right here. I have my door, which I downloaded. So I would like to work with this door right here. Just click and drag it into the project. So this is my door. I double click and delete this. I don't need it. All I need is just this door. So I can rotate the direction of the door, change the direction. And move it. You can decide to increase the scale. Please do not drag your door from this side. Just double click on your wall and click on pull. So we have our door right there. See? Also we need our window. I can click on documents and search for my window. SketchUp family. Windows. So I like to work with this. Just click and drag it into the project. Yes, my window. Or for my previous video, previous design, I can go import a window from it. SketchUp. Sorry. SketchUp. Where's SketchUp? Okay, back. You can just decide to copy this. And paste it. Increase the scale. What is dimension from here? Let's just say 2,700 rather. So let me move this out. Double click on this one, modify it, make it as a 300. I think it's a bit too much. Okay, it's okay, 300. So from here, $3,000. Okay. Zoom out, let's see. So we have that. I would like to create a scene, like a camera, a snapshot, and here's it. So now for this, I would like to double click and change the material to glass. This. So this is it. Then our floor. Let's find a final floor design. So we'll go to tiles. So we can use this slate light tiles. Yes. Close component. So for the ground, you can just use this, or let's just say asphalt. Landscape. Later on, all this can be modified to whatever you want. As for the grass, still on landscape, I can find a nice grass. Let's just give this, or this will be better. So the ground itself, I can decide to pull it to cover up the level. So you see it's gradually making sense. So later on, let's change our ceiling to a bit of white color. White, yes. White. So what we have here is this very design here. It's dark gray. So let's look for dark gray. It's dark gray. Just play with colors, whatever color you prefer. It's a design. Be creative. Be creative. Alright, let's just use the dark gray. But in the strip lights, we change it to yellow, yellow, yellow. Okay, so let's create our fence. To create our fence, it's easy. Let's create our fence for 100 by 100. Talking about or 30 or 3,000, I mean 30,000 by 30,000 millimeters. So go 30 by 30. Click on OK, and here what we have to do is click on offset. and we are giving it, let's see what we are going to use 6 inches block for the fencing. You can just click on 150, click on the line 2, zoom in so you can see it from here to here, and decide to click on this and delete it. So right here we can decide to mark it as group, highlight it, and let's use the material that we use on the face of the wall. Then pull it. So I like to use 3,300, which is about 11 feet tall. And just move it. In fact, let me delete this. I want the distance from here to this wall, to the fence, should be about 5 feet, which is 1,500 millimeter. Then the back wall should be about 6 feet, just 1,800. So we have this. Okay, so why this is double clicked, I want to take my floor, my ground level from here, and we can double click this and give it a right click and click on what markers group. Why this is double clicked, search for materials, landscape. We're going to use the pavers. So I want a situation when half of the plots it's interlocked pavers, while the other half it's a green area. So we can just decide to click on the line right here, and move the line. Remember to click on the control key. And let's use half, which is 15,000. Okay, that is too much. Let's use about 10,000 or 11,000. So now we have been able to successfully divide the land into 2. So when this is clicked on, you can decide to give here an entire green area. So this is what we have. We need to impute light over here. Recess light. Let's go to our download and search for recess light. SketchUp family. I have it right here. Where's the recess? Let's go to light. So I like to use this. Just click and drag it into the project. Yeah. So this is it. It's hidden. Let's bring it down a little. Don't click on it. You can find somewhere as a reference and just drag it down a little. Let's say drag it with like 10 millimeter. We have that. So let's duplicate it. I want to have at least 3 over here. Let's see, is it 3? 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4. So I'll just click on the move tool, click down to the last position where you want it, and click on what? The control key. Now we want to have 4, so you have to click on what? Divide by what? 3. Sorry. Control. Click, then divide by what? 3. So we have duplicated that. So we need 1 right here. So we can just click on this and duplicate it. Let's scale it. So it should be a bit bigger. By 2. The control key to duplicate it. So we can repeat. We can just copy this very light. We can copy this very light by clicking on the control key. Duplicate it by clicking on the move tool. But remember to always click on the control. So we have this ready. Now let's add our cars. Okay, here we are. I can just click and drag into the project. Let's hold on a bit while it loads. It has to face the direction, so you just have to right click on flip and click on component green. Sorry. Yes. Good. I think I would even love to change this ground tile, the ground interlock ground tiles to this asphalt right here. So let it be on the same level, so I can click on this, just click on move it down. So we have that set. So create a camera, another camera, another scene, can create another scene, create another scene. So let's change this. Remember to change this to metal. So yeah, we change it to metal. So this is it. This very one, we have to change it to white. Color M01. M01. So right here, we have to reduce this to this position. This position, okay. So let's see what we have so far. Oh, one is still missing right here. So we are done. If there's anything you want to add, you can still add. It all depends on you. Okay, we need this very flower. It's not a flower vase though. It's actually a block. So we just have to model this block right here. So to do that, all we have to do, draw a rectangle, group it, and click on what? Pull. Put it to this level, not to worry. Don't think we are done yet, far from done. So you click on what? The offset to the top of the block. Let's offset it to about 100. Click on enter. Then these very parts selected, we can click on pull and bring it down a little, let's say about 20. So we can click on this and use this grass, copy this grass and paste it right here. So this is what we have. Don't you see it's gradually making sense? So for the door, the visitor's toilet, sorry, we failed to change this to metal. Same thing here, metal. So let's import a door for the visitor's toilet. Where are the doors? So we can just let's use any of this. Drag and drop. Scale. So we are done. So in our next video, I'll show you how we render this model to look more realistic, which is what we have here. So you stay tuned, ensure you subscribe to our video so you don't miss out on any of our tutorials. Thanks for your precious time and do have a lovely day.
Okay, let's go.